Have you ever felt that something bigger is happening inside you? As if an invisible force is shaping your life and guiding you toward a greater purpose. This is spiritual awakening for the chosen ones of God. This process can be both transformative and challenging because it calls us to something that goes beyond what we can see with our eyes. If you are going through profound changes, feeling a disconnect with the world around you, and experiencing moments of spiritual clarity, this video is for you. Spiritual awakening is a unique and personal journey. It can be confusing, even lonely at times, but it is also one of the most powerful experiences a human being can go through. You begin to realize that the world around you is no longer the same, and the things that once seemed important no longer make much sense. This process of transformation may come with physical signs that often leave us with doubts. But do not be mistaken. These signs are not coincidental. They are indicators that something greater is happening in your life. Through this video, we will explore the 9 physical signs that indicate you are on the path of spiritual awakening. Signs that reflect not only an internal change, but also a transformation in body, mind, and spirit. Perhaps you are experiencing some of these signs and do not even know what they mean. Here, we will understand together each of them and how they are preparing you for something grand. Now, before we continue, if you feel connected to this message, be sure to follow the channel and leave your like. One of the first physical signs that you are spiritually awakening is the heightened sensitivity of your senses. You may begin to perceive things differently, as if your senses are more sharpened. This can include sight, hearing, taste, touch, and even smell. Perhaps you are seeing more vibrant colors, hearing clearer sounds, or even feeling smells and textures more intensely. This is a clear sign that your perception of the world is expanding and that you are more attuned to what is around you. In addition, many people who go through this spiritual awakening report an intensification of their emotions. They become more sensitive to the feelings of others and begin to perceive emotions in a deeper way, even without anyone needing to say a word. This can be confusing at first, as you may start to feel things more intensely, and the line between what is yours and what belongs to another person may seem blurred. But this growing empathy is a form of deeper connection with others and with the spiritual world. As your senses amplify, you also start to notice small and previously invisible details. It could be a feeling of sensing energy in an environment, or even the vibrations of the people around you. This increase in perception helps you understand the spiritual universe better, as if you are beginning to see things with more clarity. You start to realize that there is more happening than meets the eye or hears the ear. There is a deeper reality, an energy that connects everything, and your senses are aligning with this new reality. This awakening can be intense, as it is like you are being woken up to a world that has been there all along, but you were unable to perceive before. However, by accepting and understanding these signs, you become more capable of living in accordance with your true spiritual nature, feeling more connected and attuned to what God is revealing to you. These heightened senses are a common characteristic of spiritual awakening and help the chosen one to comprehend the universe in a deeper and more meaningful way. Another important physical sign during spiritual awakening is the change in sleep patterns. You may notice that you are starting to have difficulty sleeping, with sudden insomnia or more fragmented sleep. Even if you lie down exhausted, it seems difficult to reach deep rest. This happens because your mind and spirit are in constant expansion, and this directly affects the quality of your sleep. Your body may need more time to adjust to the new spiritual frequencies you are experiencing. In addition to insomnia, many people going through the awakening report more vivid, intense, and even prophetic dreams. You may wake up with a feeling that something important happened during the night, as if your mind is trying to convey messages that go beyond everyday understanding. These dreams are not just random. They have a profound spiritual purpose. The subconscious is trying to connect with spiritual consciousness, bringing forth insights and directions that you may not access while awake. The expansion of consciousness is often what causes this change in sleep pattern. As your spirit expands, you begin to perceive reality in a broader way, which can cause your mind to become more restless at night. Your physical body still needs rest, but your soul is trying to process everything that is being revealed to it. This can lead to lighter sleep, with intense dreams, or the feeling that you are waking up in the middle of the night. Although this may be uncomfortable, it is important to remember that these signs are a natural part of spiritual awakening. Your body and mind are adjusting to absorb more of what was previously invisible. It is not just your physical body that is undergoing a transformation, but your consciousness as well. During this process, the mind adjusts to the new spiritual frequencies that are being activated, and this can result in a break in normal sleep patterns. These dreams and insomnia are not to be feared, but rather seen as a sign that you are in tune with something greater, connecting with your spiritual essence in deeper ways. It is an opportunity to reflect and learn from the messages that are being sent to you while you sleep. A very common physical sign during spiritual awakening is the sensation of dizziness or lightheadedness. Many people who are going through this process report moments of disorientation, as if they are out of place, or even feeling that the body is not in sync with the mind and spirit. This can be disconcerting, but it is actually a natural response of the body to a deep and constant transformation occurring at the spiritual level. This type of sensation can occur because, as the spirit grows and expands, the soul is being elevated to a new level of consciousness. Your physical body, as amazing a vehicle for the spirit as it is still trying to adapt to this new energy and spiritual frequency. During the awakening process, the soul connects with higher levels of vibration, but the body needs time to adjust to these changes. This momentary disconnection between the body and soul can create the sensation of dizziness, as if you are temporarily disconnected from the reality around you. The sensation of dizziness is a way for the body to signal that it is in the process of adapting to a new frequency. It is not that something is physically wrong, but that your body is adjusting to a higher energy. This can be caused by the amplification of your spiritual and energetic perception. As you connect more with your divine essence and begin to perceive the world more deeply, the body needs time to align its energy with this new perception. This process of grounding does not always happen smoothly, which can result in moments of disorientation. Dizziness can also occur when you are in a state of high spiritual energy, especially when you are meditating, praying, or even when you are in a spiritually charged environment. In these situations, the spiritual vibration around you can affect your physical balance. Your soul is expanding, and the body needs to adjust in order to keep up with this elevation. If you are experiencing this, it is important to remember that there is nothing wrong with you. It is simply part of the spiritual awakening process. As you continue your journey, the body and soul will begin to align in a more harmonious way, and these episodes of dizziness will become less frequent. The important thing is to trust the process and understand that every physical sensation you feel is linked to a deep internal transformation that is preparing you for something greater. As you advance in your spiritual awakening, it is natural to experience fluctuations in energy. Some days you feel full of vitality, with an intense sense of purpose and motivation, as if you are in tune with the universe and everything is falling into place. But at other times you may feel a deep and inexplicable exhaustion, as if fatigue has taken over your body and mind for no apparent reason. These ups and downs in energy are part of the transformation process that your body and soul are undergoing. Spiritual awakening is not a linear experience. It involves internal and external changes that require a lot from you. In moments of intense energy, you may feel inspired to accomplish great things, to make significant changes in your life, or even to help others almost tirelessly. However, after these periods of great energy, a feeling of deep fatigue may arise, as if all the accumulated spiritual and emotional weariness needs to be released. This fatigue is not a sign of weakness, but that you are processing significant spiritual and emotional transformations. What happens is that while the spirit is in constant evolution and expansion, the physical body needs to adjust to these new energies. The connection with the universe, with God, with your true essence makes you receive more energy, but it can also leave the body exhausted. This occurs because you are balancing these two realities, the spiritual and the physical, and this requires considerable effort from both sides. When you feel these periods of fatigue, do not feel guilty or weak. It is important to listen to your body and give it the rest it needs. Physical fatigue during spiritual awakening is a sign that you are being shaped for something greater, but it is also necessary to take care of yourself. Your body needs to adapt to what your spirit is reaching, and this requires moments of rest, disconnection, and rebalancing. Each energy fluctuation you experience is a natural part of your evolution. Keep trusting the process and give your body and soul the time they need to adjust. During spiritual awakening, it is common for you to experience changes in appetite. You may begin to notice that certain foods that were once your favorites now cause you discomfort. This may include intolerances to foods such as wheat, dairy, or sugar, or even a repulsion for heavy or processed foods. Instead, you may feel an increasing desire for more natural, fresh, and nutritious foods. These cravings are not accidental. They are signs that your body is adjusting to new energetic frequencies. Spiritual awakening involves a deep physical and energetic adjustment. And as your consciousness expands, the body begins to purify itself. Heavier foods, such as processed meats and refined foods, may no longer be compatible with the new energy you are starting to manifest. Your body is becoming more sensitive and, as a result, begins to crave foods that help in your cleansing process and higher vibrational energy. These changes in appetite indicate that your body is adjusting and purifying itself to support your spiritual awakening. Your digestive system, your senses, and even your vital energy are changing to better align with the higher frequency to which you are being called. This is a natural part of the ascension process. So when you feel these changes, trust that your body is guiding you toward what is healthier and in tune with your new spiritual vibration. During spiritual awakening, it is not uncommon for the body to experience aches and tensions, especially in the areas of the spine, neck, and head. These pains are not a sign of something wrong, but rather a process of deep purification. Spiritual awakening often comes accompanied by a reconfiguration of the body's energy, and the physical system begins to adjust to support the new spiritual frequencies. These tensions and pains are seen as a sign that the body is detoxifying negative energies, past traumas, and old patterns that no longer serve the chosen one. The blocked energy, stored over the years, is being released, and the body needs to adjust to this cleansing. Often, the body expresses this through physical discomforts, such as muscle pain, joint tension, or even headaches. It is important to understand that these pains are not punishments, but rather a reflection of the energetic purification process. As the body releases what is no longer necessary, it prepares for new, higher energy that is aligned with spiritual awakening. Therefore, when you feel these tensions, know that you are on the right path, allowing your body to adjust to what is divine and elevated. During spiritual awakening, many chosen ones begin to experience a feeling of disconnection from the material world. You may feel out of place, as if what once seemed important or real has now lost its meaning. Those interests, values, and concerns that filled your daily life may begin to seem superficial, and you may ask yourself, why does all of this still matter? This feeling of alienation can be uncomfortable, but it is actually a sign that you are in tune with something deeper and higher. As the spirit expands and consciousness elevates, the attachment to the material world diminishes. You begin to realize that there is something much greater than the material and transient things, and your soul starts to align with a more meaningful divine purpose. The disconnection from the physical world is not a rejection, but rather a preparation for what is to come. You are being called to something that goes beyond what is seen with the eyes. Although you may feel isolated, understand that this distancing is necessary for you to connect with your true essence and with the greater plan that God has for your life. One of the most powerful signs of spiritual awakening is the feeling of spiritual clarity. Many chosen ones begin to experience moments when everything seems to fall into place, as if the pieces of the puzzle of life have finally adjusted. You start to realize that everything that has happened, all the difficulties, the lessons, now make sense from a new perspective. It is as if a curtain has been lifted, revealing a new view of life and who you really are. This feeling of mind expansion brings with it a new awareness. You begin to understand yourself better, to notice patterns that were previously hidden, and to see the world around you with more open and clear eyes. Your spiritual vision expands, and you feel more connected with divine truth, with the greater purpose of your life. This spiritual clarity is not something that can be forced. It arises naturally as the spirit aligns with your divine mission. It represents a deep growth in consciousness, where you come to understand that what once seemed confusing or meaningless is now being revealed clearly. It is one of the most precious blessings of awakening, as it brings direction and understanding for the paths ahead. One of the most powerful signs of spiritual awakening is the deep connection with nature. Many chosen ones begin to feel an enhanced sensitivity to the energy of the natural world around them. You may notice a greater connection with plants, animals, and even with natural elements such as water, wind, and earth. This attunement to the natural world is more than a simple appreciation. It is a visible manifestation that your spirit is in harmony with divine creation. As spiritual awakening occurs, you begin to connect with the energy of the earth in a deeper way. You may perceive how trees, flowers, and even the animals around you have a vibrant and significant presence. The simple act of being in nature can evoke a deep sense of peace, as if you are aligning with something much greater than your individual existence. It is as if your body, your soul, and nature intertwine, creating a sense of unity with the universe. This connection goes beyond an aesthetic appreciation of natural beauty. You may start to feel the energies around you, notice the signs that nature offers, and even find answers in your interactions with the natural world. It can be a sense of intuition that comes from the simple act of walking through the forest, listening to the sound of the waves in the sea, or touching the earth with your hands. This alignment not only strengthens your spiritual connection, but also helps to bring a sense of belonging and purpose. You deeply understand that you are part of a whole, that nature and the universe are intimately connected. The chosen ones often perceive that nature is an extension of their very being, that the universe is in constant communication with the spirit. This may manifest as a sense of clarity when surrounded by natural elements, as if life becomes simpler and problems easier to solve when you connect with creation. This connection with the natural world is also a clear sign that the spirit is rising, harmonizing with the natural cycles of life, such as the seasons, the rhythms of the earth, and universal flows. You may feel this attunement in simple ways: by caring for a plant, by observing an animal with more attention, or by sitting outdoors and feeling the energy of the environment around you. Each of these moments strengthens the bond between your spirit and divine creation, reflecting your journey of spiritual growth. The connection with nature also brings profound benefits to mental and emotional health. Contact with nature helps alleviate stress, calms the mind, and provides a sense of balance and tranquility. The natural environment offers a space for healing, where you can reconnect with yourself and with the deeper aspects of your being. It is through this connection that you find the strength to continue your journey, aligned with the divine purpose that has been given to you. The spiritual awakening of the chosen ones is not just an internal transformation, but also a physical one. As you align with a greater divine purpose, your journey involves not only the mind or the spirit, but also the body. All the signs you have been experiencing, whether it be amplified sensitivity, energy fluctuations, changes in sleep patterns, or the feeling of disconnection from the material world, are proof that you are tuning into a higher energy. Your body, mind, and spirit are being transformed to reflect the profound purpose for which you have been called. These signs are not coincidences. They are steps in your awakening process. Each pain, each discomfort, and each moment of spiritual clarity is part of the divine preparation being made in your life. As you progress along this path, you will grow closer to your true self, your divine essence, and the greater plan that God has for you. This process is not easy, but it is necessary for you to become the person you were chosen to be. As challenging as this journey may be, it is filled with blessings and revelations. Spiritual awakening is like a door opening to a new reality, where you begin to see life and the world from a deeper and more meaningful perspective. What once seemed confusing or disconnected starts to make sense, and you become more aware of your mission. Each step taken on this journey is a confirmation that you are on the right path, even when the challenges seem too great to bear. The awakening process is not only about understanding more about the spiritual world, but also about learning to live according to that understanding. The changes you are experiencing are signs that you are being prepared for something grand. God is guiding you step by step, and although the journey may be difficult, remember that He is always by your side, supporting you every moment. This is a call to those who have the courage to follow the truth, even when it seems to go against the flow of the world. Your connection to the energy of the universe, to divine creation, is deepening. You are learning to live in harmony with what is greater than yourself, and this is an immense blessing. Now I would like to know from you, have you experienced any of these signs in your journey? How have these signs influenced your spiritual walk? Comment below what you have felt and share your experience with us. We are all together on this path, and by sharing, we strengthen each other. Remember, you are being called to something grand. God has a plan for you, and the signs of awakening are just the beginning of a deep and transformative change. Don't give up. The best times are yet to come.